Hey, what's up? It's DJ Self the Gwynegard. It's apartment 5H. We in the building. I have some longtime friends here that came through and chilled with me, Bianca. Shout out, this is my newsy neighbor. Actually, I want everybody to introduce themselves so I can say everyone's names properly. JR, I'll start with you.
JR Right, A.K. Zeus, Harlem in the building.
Rell, a.k.a. Mr. Roger.
All right, Duke the God, a.k.a. the Iron God.
So now, Bianca, this might not be your...
Here we go. I knew you were going to do this. Go
This
ahead.
might not be your
Go
lane of hip-hop music. You understand what I'm saying? So just in case some people don't know who you guys are, first I want to start with you, Duke. What was your role and what is your role when it comes to hip-hop music in New York City?
Well, basically, like, my role is the organizer. You know what I'm saying? I put together the projects. You know what I mean? I give direction, you know, a lot of direction in the studio for the songs. You know what I mean? I pick a lot of the beats, you know, produce a little here and there. You know, I just get it going. I do the marketing, you know, I do that. I do like the artwork. You know
how did you start? Because a lot of times everybody hear your name, right, on the songs and people shout out, and I think that those things were very important when it comes to people being aware of you. And then I know you was doing mixtapes and then also from mixtapes albums, right? So how did you start and how did you get down with the movement?
Well, Cam is my cousin, so I was always...
Like blood cousin?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Like family, like, you know what I mean? But not blood, but we cousins. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? So I always been down with him from a minute. Like I started with Children of the Corn. You know what I mean? I was down with...
Who was Children of the Corn?
That was Rest in Peace Big L, Rest in Peace Bloodshed, Killer Cam, Murder Mace, and Herb McGruff.
So from my understanding, I'm from Brooklyn, and we're talking New York City stuff here. Children of the Corn was a prominent hip-hop rap group in Harlem. And they, you know, spread it a little bit, but they was prominent in Harlem. They, at a certain point, would you say like they would who everyone wanted to be or be like?
Yes, they was like the nucleus of rap from, I don't want to say that, because you know we had Dougie Fresh and shit like that, but they was like...
Of the new wave.
Yeah, they wanted to be like, everybody wanted to be them. You know what I mean? They had like this, like, just imagine like, the ciphers back then, not in circles, and they was like the best people that was rapping, and then they were just so.
Would you say in New York or in Harlem?
In New York.
Okay, listen, I'm giving you some time to shine. You know, you're talking to a Brooklyn cat. You know what I'm saying?
It's Big L we talking about. You know? You see what happened when he went up there with Hov.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's a whole nother story.
Don't do that. Here we go.
Yeah, so everybody, like, so they were just so far ahead of everybody. You know what I mean? And, you know, Herb McGruff had a deal, L had a deal, and then eventually...
Who got the deal first? Was it L or McGruff got the deal first?
I think Gruff got the deal first. Okay. And then L came out, I think it was like that. I think it was Gruff first and then L. And then eventually Mace. And you know what I mean?
Mace was in Children of the Corn?
Yeah, Mace was Children of the Corn. Yeah. You know what I mean? He was an intricate part. You know what I mean? And we did a bunch of songs together. It's out now. You could get it. My man Digger, he put it out. You know what I mean? So them songs is scattered on the internet somewhere. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was a legendary group. I started from there. And then, you know, I always been in Cam's, you know, circle, whatever. So, you know what I mean? Then he got the Cameron deal. And I was there for that whole thing.
That's what, Entertainment?
Yeah, Entertainment.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Then he put out the 2 albums. He put out 2 albums for Entertainment, I believe. And then after that, I think the 3rd album, that's when he started introducing the Diplomats.
How did this Dipset thing start?
I'm saying, like, I guess started, like, I like to say, like, I mean, we kind of like, we loved Master P.
Okay.
Like, we loved their formula. We used to love the way they...
No Limit.
Yeah, No Limit. I love the way they did No Limit. They did their artwork, and they had like so many artists, you know what I mean? So we used to just ride around, listen to them all day. And you know what I mean? To the point where, I don't know who, I guess Cam, whatever, and Digger, the producer, you know what I mean? They came up with something, Diplomats, you know what I mean? And then we kind of put it together. And then from there, you know
At this time, who was around from your recollection, when you said Diplomats.
It was Jim Jones, and it was Cam. It was Cam, Jim Jones, and that's when we had Stan Spit for a second. He was there for a little second in the beginning, and then that was it really. You know what I mean? There was no Jewels yet. There was no Rell yet.
That's why I'm talking to you.
That's good.
I'll insert them in. Okay.
They wasn't around yet, so it was just kind of like a clean slate. You know what I mean? And then eventually, we found Jewels. You know what I mean? So
how did y'all find Jewels? Was it you or who found?
My man Tobe introduced Cam to Jewels, and then it was an instant hit. I believe like when he introduced him to Jewels, took him right to the studio. I think he put him on. If I believe I'm correct, I think it was Double Up. Was like one of his first records, I think. You know what I mean? So he was ready right from the street to the studio, and he got on like that, and then.
Let me go back a little bit. And from your recollection, did you think the change from entertainment to straight Epic or Sony, did that hurt Cam's career or did it help it?
Nah, I think it because Cam learned so much. And I think like even with entertainment, Un is like, I guess Un kind of trained. I always say he kind of trained Cam to be like a star. You know what I mean? Because he was the star of the label. Cam would write rhymes for everybody, you know what I mean? Plus his own rhymes, you know what I mean? So
everybody like who?
Like Charlie Baltimore,
you
know what I mean? And other artists that Un had, you know what I'm saying? Cam would be writing a bunch of stuff. And, you know, Un was real meticulous, like, you know, he was like, yo, go do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. You know what I mean? So he liked it, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like he kind of, in a weird way, kind of trained Cam to be like super, you know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? So I think, and then when Cam got away from that, he kind of like understood the business and he was already ready, like well prepared, like he was like working out extra. I'm not physically, but like musically. And so when the Diplomats came, like when it was time to do that move, he already knew what he wanted to do. You know what I mean? He was ready, you know what I mean? He got Jim ready. Like, you know, in the early days, Jim wasn't the best rapper. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't, you know what I mean?
Was it always planned for Jim to be a rapper? Because some people tell me, you know, they be like, oh, Jim just started rapping or Mace taught him and this is, but then I start looking at albums and I see like every album Jim was on every album.
Nah, Cam, he trained Jim real good. He used to be like, yo, go back and say that shit like you mean it. Say it like you mean it. Like he was real bad. Cam ruled the front with a when it comes to music, with an iron fist, you know what I'm saying? And so he whipped Jim into shape musically, you know what I'm saying, from what my perspective, you know what I mean? And that's why, you know what I mean? Then he, you know, Cam did the song Rest in Peace, his mother, you know, he put his mom on the album, you know what I'm saying? Rest in Peace, Ma. So Cam was definitely like, but when he got away from Epic, he was dope. I mean, he was dope. I mean, so yeah, that's pretty much.
So now we find Jewels. Tone, you said, right?
Tobe.
Okay, Tobe. Tobe finds Jewels. All right, so now I'm guessing the nucleus is Cam, Jewels, then Jim third. Would you say that?
Yeah.
Okay. So now let's tell the story from there. From your recollection.
Oh yeah. Then we put out the mixtapes and put out Diplomats Volume 1. You know what I mean?
How did y'all start even doing those things?
Just because we just had music just laying around it, and it was no date for no album or nothing. So Killer was just rapped on a bunch of beats that was out, you know what I mean? And you know, at that time, it was no outlet to actually put them in stores. I'm just saying like the music. So he just came up with a plan to put these songs on tapes and slap a cover on it and go.
Where did that idea come from? I don't know, because I can't remember at this time. Was it like those times when the G Units mixtapes were coming out?
Same time.
Yeah, around the same time. I want to say about maybe like a couple months apart. I want to say like that because they were listening to us, and I remember we used to listen to them.
Yeah.
But I think it may have been like a couple months apart that when they put out their first tape, and then we put out our first tape.
With K Slay, rest in peace, K Slay.
Yeah, with K Slay. So, yeah, to just do that, like kind of like you know, like a whole project with just your niggas on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, it was kind of like, not saying we was, I don't want to say the first ones to do it, but we was kind of like, you know what I mean, among the first, maybe the first 5 people to do it.
The first crop.
Yeah.
The first crop.
Yeah.
So now, Jewels is here. What made you guys say let's expand more?
That's a good one. Nah, cause like you said, Luca Brasi. Shout out to Luca Brasi.
Okay, Luca Brasi.
Like their stories is, you know what I mean? They introduced.
Where did Luca Brasi come from?
He was just.
I'm a Brooklyn nigga. I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to learn this story.
Luca Brasi was uptown. He was
Okay, I hear
uptown.
I hear the names and stuff like that, right? But sometimes because I want to unconfuse me and people also because when I say
that's
that,
good.
it seemed like it was a whole bunch of branch. It's like it's Purple City, Dipset, Bird Gang.
Yeah.
It's this thing over here. And you understand? It's just like,
so
what's going
145th
on?
on Broadway was like the hotbed where everybody was hanging out. My man Luca Brasi, shout out to Luca Brasi, he was a hustler. He was selling
That's
things.
where all the stores, the clothing stores and stuff is.
but
Okay,
he
cool.
had his own stores outside the stores.
Okay.
Selling clothes, socks,
Okay.
mixtape, shit like that. So we used to always hang out there with him, and Cam and him had a relationship. Used to always come through, shop, shit like that. So Uncasa had put out a mixtape. Well, this is where I come in. Uncasa had put out a mixtape. I had freestyle on it. Cam played it. Luca played it for Cam, and he like, yo, I need you on the team.
So now, Hell Rell is entering the stage,
Yeah.
right? This is after Jewels.
This was after the first couple of tapes. This was after Volume. When you came around, Volume.
Volume. I was there for the first Diplomat tape. I just wasn't on it.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah. So it was like, let's just say like the Volume 2. You wasn't on Volume 2, right?
I was on, I think Volume 3.
Yeah. So like the first few tapes was just mainly like Cam, Jewels, and Jim for the first few tapes. Really, you know what I'm saying? And then they kind of like
Volume 2.
Then Hell Rell comes in, and then you get found by Luca Brasi, put you to Cam.
Correct.
Right? Did it feel weird that I'm a Bronx cat with a whole bunch of these Harlem niggas?
Yeah, that shit felt awkward.
Okay. How did that?
Not really awkward because Harlem and Bronx niggas always hung together. But I'm just saying as far as being in a rap group with Harlem niggas. You know
So
what I'm saying?
everybody used to be like, yo, you from Harlem? You're like, no, I'm from the Bronx. I've never understood that neither. I'm from Brooklyn, right? So I'd be like, yo, this is Frederick Douglass. Nah, that's 8.
That's 8.
And then, that's 7. Like, nigga, I don't know what you're talking about.
Nah, but you gotta realize, we got HBO, Harlem and Bronx only. Y'all got BQE.
Yes, I agree, 100%. Yes.
Right, so it's the same shit. You know what I mean? Same
100%.
shit. Same shit.
So now you come into the fold.
Right.
Did you have to sign paperwork, or it was a handshake, or how did this even happen?
It was a handshake. It was a salute.
Hell Rell.
Yeah, it was just like a vibe. Like he was fucking with me, and he didn't know I was going to jail. You know what I mean? Like I told.
Wait, hold on. So hold on, let's rewind that. So you said I'm gonna sign with y'all, I'm gonna get down with y'all, but I'm about to go to jail, or you knew you was about to go to jail?
I was already about to cop out some time when Cam snatched me up. And I didn't tell him that. So when we was on the bass line recording songs and shit, I said, damn, I gotta tell this nigga.
That I'm about to go get locked up.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because he
was like, fuck it.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride it out. I'm in bass line, Hove right here. You feel me? I'm riding this shit out. So, but I had to tell him, I wanted to be a real nigga. And he kept it real. He said, yo, we're gonna hold you down till you come home. And he put the Diplomat album out, had me on it. No paperwork. So when I came home, I had to sign.
How long did you go sit down for?
2.5.
So people say that's light work, but
back then that wasn't light work back then.
2 days for me,
that wasn't light work back then. 2.5.
You was on the beginning. I remember this. I think right. It was the beginning. I don't know what was the song like. You just had your own joint. It was like a freestyle.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
This is what I do. And then I had a freestyle over the phone on the album tour as well.
Okay. And this was no paperwork, no nothing.
No paperwork, no nothing. Just fucking with a nigga.
They just looked out. Okay. And then how did JR get into the fold? You got in while he was locked up.
Yeah, I mean, I actually met him before.
Me and JR knew each other before we got down with them.
Okay.
Because I'm come from this era where it's like, if you nice, it don't matter what borough you from, we gonna bump heads. You know what I mean? So I started battling people in Harlem and the Bronx and everywhere. And I got my name hot in the hood. And my man Vonnie introduced me to Luca. Same person that introduced him to Killer.
So Luca is kind of like
He's
new
the
Duke
crazy
God.
glue. He was the crazy glue. The street crazy glue.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
okay,
Yeah, he was like, he was prolific, you know, he was kind of like futuristic. He had some charismatic nostalgia shit that attracted a lot of people to him. And,
lingo.
you know what I mean? The
shit.
slang, everybody knew all the stars. So Cam was his friend, so it just made sense at that time.
So now Luca brings you into the fold.
Yeah, and I mean, I was pulling up, just battling people on 145th. You got battles with me on 145th out there with Luke out on YouTube right now. But yeah, one day Cam had pulled up. That's what he was telling me. Just stick around, come rock with me up here, and I would go up there all the time. And then one day Killer pulled up right after they shot the cover for the first mixtape.
Okay.
They had the furs on, him and Jewels, and I rapped for him, and he's like, "Yo, we ain't got the deal yet. Jewels ain't signed yet, but stick around and I got you." So, yeah.
Oh, because Jewels was going to get signed to Def Jam.
Rockefeller, yeah.
Oh, Rockefeller. Rockefeller. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think he was signed directly to Def Jam, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. So, so I stuck around and then put my work in. You know, it was a challenge for me.
So now, from what I remember, you was under Koch, right?
Yeah. We had.
Did you get
Koch.
upset like, "Dad, I wanted to be on Def Jam, man, but I'm on Koch"?
Oh, nah, because my first meeting was with Sony. We're with Dave McPherson. Joey I.E. still didn't launch Asylum yet, but he wanted to sign me as well. I know he was telling me Mike Lighty was hollering at him, and then Koch. But he said Koch was the most lucrative, the best deal.
You're saying he, Cam.
Killer, yeah. So we ended up sitting down with Koch.
What would make that the most lucrative deal?
We was under the impression that we was getting $7 a record. But we ain't really know too much of the ins and outs back then, so that's what really made us hype. And we ended up signing with them.
So what was wrong with what didn't happen that you didn't get this $7 a record? The reason why I'm asking, because there might be someone listening and don't, may be going through the same thing or about to go through the same thing.
I don't know. Dude, could you explain that? 'Cause I don't know where that
Duke, you was in the room
from.
too signing the paperwork?
I had a deal. I had albums too.
He had his own deal. He
Okay.
had his own deal too.
But
We was
it
all
wasn't-
under the impression that we was getting $7 a
It was
record.
not quite $7 a record.
Yeah.
I wish it was. Like, I'm looking at these numbers like, hold up, y'all just like $500,000 right now. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't work like that. I don't know, like, as far as like, I don't know where that number came from. Like, they just running, like, I don't know, like, you know what I mean? But it wasn't quite $7 a record. I guess, like, the distribution fee, the manufacturing of the CDs, and all that probably came out of that $7, and it probably went down to probably, like, I don't know, like probably $3 a unit.
$3, okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't quite $7. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we looked at it like, oh, this is the future of hip hop. We going independent. We going $7. We gonna kill them. They only making cents on the majors, you know. But kind of found out years later, it was just a regular royalty deal.
Also, you found out that the $7 wasn't really $7 after y'all signed, like after the fact?
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
But so how does that work today now? So when I say that, meaning, because I do remember JR, you had smokers. You understand what I'm saying? When I say smokers, meaning there's, and this is me talking DJ talk, meaning, some people got good records, but then some people got like
Some people got smokers.
smokers. You understand what I'm saying?
Let's go.
You understand? I'm being honest. I'm keeping it
Original
real.
club DJ for
Yeah,
real.
you understand? I'm being honest. You understand? Like,
Yeah.
like it's some joints that you be like, yo, this is good. You can play this, but
Right.
then this one you got to play.
Yeah.
You understand? Or as a DJ, you making sure if there's a record or I think at this time of CDs that you
CDs,
alcohol the CD to make sure it didn't skip.
Facts.
You understand what I'm saying? So you had that. So like how did that feel when somebody say, all right, let's go independent, but that especially at that time we can go to these major labels and I could become a bigger star. You understand what made you say, let me pivot from that and let me chase after this $7 that I thought I would have had.
I got down with Killer when I was super young.
Okay.
I rapped for him for the first time. I was like 17, turning 18. So I remember when, just to use this as an example, I remember when Jewels called me and he had put me on his first album. And he called me. He like, yo, how much you want to be on the how much you want to be on the album? I'm like, I never, no one ever asked me. Like, no one was willing to pay, I mean, for a verse back then. So I was just like, I just want people to hear me. I just want niggas to know I'm nice. He like, man, how much you want? Def Jam is cutting me a check. I'm like, I don't know, 1,000. He like, I'm gonna give you 10. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get 10,000. I'm gonna give you the 7 or whatever. But I use that as an example that I just, at that point, I didn't even care about the money. I just wanted to get on, and I know everything else will work itself out afterwards. Just as long as people knew I was hot. You get what I'm saying?
But so now, what I'm trying to allude at is even being on a major, you get reach to more people. Is what I'm saying. So it's like,
yeah, but at the same time, I'm so happy to just be on, especially with Cam being one of my favorite. He's from, that's like, you being from Brooklyn signing to Jay-Z. So it was just like,
let me tell you, Uptown, what you go. Jay-Z is not the end all be all of Brooklyn. I'm just like, everybody think that everybody just like Jay-Z.
And he is a good representative of Brooklyn. Like if you, like he's like at like the top, is he not?
yeah, to me, he's the top in the rap game, period.
Is he not?
To me, he's number one ever. But
I mean, I think we still, even though Big passed away, but we still, my era is big. You understand what I'm saying?
Copy, no, I could
B.I.,
dig that.
all right, but go ahead.
But I confided in Cam, so I had 100% full trust in his word, because my first meeting was with Sony, which was a major label at the time, and well, still now, but I still was just like, all right, that's what we doing, let's do it. You get what I'm saying? So.
So these songs, I remember Shake, but I don't know if that was your song. I think that was Cam's song, right?
It was my song originally. I had gave it to DJ J Arms, shouts to J Arms, and it just was going on Big Mike mixtape, just different mixtapes. Cam heard it, called me, told me to come to Hit Factory, and he like, yo, let's do it over. But you know what it was though? I had a long verse on it.
Okay.
And I go to Rockefeller, because we had an office at Rockefeller. I go to Rockefeller and everybody in all the cubicles is playing it. Ant Lava at promotional office, he's playing it. So Cam had got whiff of it, and he told me to come to Hit Factory, and it was just me and him, and we was just putting it together. Came up with the hook, and then I shortened my verse, and it became a hit. And I got a gold plaque off of that. Yeah.
No, that was a smoker.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That was a smoker.
Yes,
that was a
sir.
smoker. So now your project coming up. Did you feel any pressure from being next up with these big group that's called the Diplomats at the time? This is Diplomats. It's pre-Dipset now.
Still Dipset back then.
It was still Dipset.
Okay. Yeah. So where did it change to Dipset, from Diplomats to Dipset? Even though I know it's Diplomats, but where did that come in?
It was just like an AKA for the crew from the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it came in early. Like I can't remember what tape it came out on first.
I thought it was either Rell or Jewels that made it up. That's the rumor I heard. One of them.
So let me ask all y'all questions, because we we hip hop. How did y'all feel when the crew was going at Nas? Because this is Nas. Like, how are we doing this to Nas?
I was devastated.
How are we doing this to Nasir Jones?
I understood, but I was still hurt, and I know it really hurt it. I didn't because I'm like the biggest Nas fan. Even Cam was the biggest Nas fan.
Okay.
But it's just that he was coming at Cam's brand.
Nas started that. He started
you know
that.
what I mean? So
but sometimes you gotta let somebody get a pass. Like, nah, he good.
No
passes.
He spazzed, my nigga. He spazzed.
He went at Killer went at anybody who said anything at that time, like raw, like a you know what I mean? So it didn't matter.
I remember
who
when he wrote that first that diss. I really mean it. And right after he performed at Summer Jam, he was taking Nas' spot. Remember, Nas wanted to hang not Summer Jam. I forgot.
It was Summer Jam.
Okay, yeah.
He wanted to hang the whole one of Noose.
Yeah. And they dubbed it, and then Cam took his spot. And then after the radio rant, Cam was in a Beamer, right in that joint in the parking lot of Summer Jam.
Wow.
Okay, but that one hurt it. That one hurt it because I'm like, damn, this is Nas, right? Like, but as, just being honest, you know what I'm saying. But I knew the mission. Okay, we gotta go at
The
Nas.
mission.
We can't show no kinks in the armor, and we was ready on everybody's neck. Like it didn't matter who you was, you know what I'm saying, especially around that time.
So, Duke, you seem like you have a lot of investors. So I'm even getting into a couple of the beats. So now, how did you feel when the Mace and Cam thing kind of like?
That was a sad joint too. Like that was sad. They was always feuding for the last since Mace's first album. You know what I mean? And it was sad because I remember Mace used to take us out on the road with him. Like that Cam opened up for like one of the tours back in the days. Like I think it was I don't know what tour it was. But this one, he used to take Cam out, like Cam open up, like when nobody knew who Cam was. Like he would, like I forgot the name of the tour they was on, but yeah, like he took him out, you know what I mean, let him rock it. You know what I mean? Everybody coming in, nobody knows Cam, nobody know who he is. This was before Cam's first album, and to see that relationship go, and you know what I mean, it was set. I didn't like that neither. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, Mace was always cool, always my man. And
why they never put Cam in Harlem World?
Because Cam didn't want to be in Harlem World.
Okay, why not? He thought they was whack juice or something?
Not
you keep it real?
I'm gonna keep it up. What happened was the offer did come. I think they wanted Cam and they wanted Jim in Harlem World, but Cam said no because he always looked at his mission. I swear, like in real time, I could say this. Like he always knew he was much more than that, though.
Okay.
Yeah, but he didn't take the money or none of that. I guess based off of the money too, I believe, and he didn't take that. You know what I mean? He just kept it. He knew the mission. He had he's very like planning ahead. He's a plan ahead person, and he planned ahead, and he just turned that down. You know what I mean? So they got Huddy Combs, rest in peace. Huddy Six, rest in peace. You know what I mean? So.
Shout out to HUD. What was HUD's involvement in all this? Was it through Mace or through Cam?
Through Cam.
So how did HUD switch to be with Mace?
Nah, because it was just understood. Like HUD was not like Cam didn't have a plan for HUD rapping. You know what I mean? So he sanctioned that to go down. And HUD was always cool with everybody. You know what I'm saying? HUD was the most charismatic, coolest person, funny person. So naturally, you know what I mean? He always looked like a rapper, you know what I'm saying? But he just didn't put the hard work into write rhymes. You know
R.I.P. HUD, man.
Yeah, so he
You always had the hat somehow, it never fell, right?
Yeah,
Facts.
rest in peace, HUD. You know what I mean? But yeah, he always had he had everything, but he just didn't have the discipline to write rhymes. You know what I mean? So, and he had this charisma. He had the most swag in the whole, all out, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, so Mace put that together. I think it was him, it was HUD, was it Cardan,
Blink.
you know, yeah. So Cam was too much of a star for that. Like he knew his mission, you know what I mean? And we just waited, and then yeah.
So didn't y'all two guys have issues with the set at a point in time also?
What you mean?
Like, you know, like I guess monies wasn't right, or you know, things wasn't.
Yeah, man, it was issues, you know.
The real issue wasn't with the set. It was more so with the label and you know.
Well, when I say the set, meaning the label, Diplomat Records. I'm pretty. That's who y'all signed to.
I never signed to Diplomat Records.
So who was you signed to?
I
signed directly to the labels.
Directly to
The
Koch?
distributors.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you know, in my mind, maybe at the time, I gave off that energy where it's like I'm beefing with the set. You get what I'm saying? But, you know, after we figured out all the business and
So, just to get it clear, so Cam takes you to Koch, but he allows you, and I'm just using the word allow loosely, to sign directly without no ties or anything like you. Is this you signing directly to Koch without no ties?
Yeah. Because it was more of a family. I'm tatted, you get what I'm saying? So it was more of a family thing.
I'd applaud him for that, because I'm bringing somebody that
you signed
the Gwinnett Records, baby. You know what I'm saying? You know
That nigga got like 9 artists.
It is what it is, bro. You know what I'm saying?
But I never, you know what I mean? We did 2 deals with Warner Brothers and with Koch, and I never signed to the set, just directly. He'll get his cut, I take my cut, but I'll still be in a Diplomat vehicle. I still had a machine behind me, the Duke, the guards, and you know, everybody.
When y'all were putting out your projects early on, do you feel that New York radio was supportive? And I'm asking this because when you see what happened with Hot 97, and a lot of people have been coming out and saying that maybe not Hot 97, but people at Hot 97 kind of like hindered their careers. They didn't get enough support. Do you feel like you guys got enough support?
Those people that you took, like, with, I can say that.
Yeah.
With Ebro, you know, shouts to Ebro, it's all good.
This ain't the radio, man.
I'm forgetting. I don't want, you know what I mean? I know it's beef there, my nigga.
Nah, there ain't no beef. The funny thing is, and I'm gonna let you finish. I think the beef started with those guys and stuff like that because us on the field, and I'm using the word on the field.
Right.
Like we hung out. I hung out with Camilo. I hung out with Big Ben and Cass One, and we all was cool.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was just like, you know, I ain't got time to be.
dumb.
I don't own this, and you don't own this, so why I'm beefing with you? Like, you
They
understand?
fuck radio up, man.
Okay.
When we was
They-
around,
they fucked me up
when we
radio
came
up.
around, he wasn't even in the building though.
Okay.
I remember when he first got there from LA.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, but we was luckily we had Cam, you know, we had Jim. They was already familiar with what was her name? The program director back then? I forgot.
I know you
It's
said it
an
was
old
a
lady.
white lady.
Yeah, it's an
Okay,
old white
uh-huh,
lady. Yeah, so he was already in the mix. So we had that leverage. You
And
know what I
Cam
mean?
always knew how to, from all his experience, from all his deals, from Confessions of Fire, all the albums, he knew how to work the radio. He knew
Finesse
what to
it,
do. Yeah,
uh-huh.
he was real good. Like whatever it took, he would call the program director. He would call the DJs. He was very no label. We are the label. You know what I mean? Like he would do it himself. You know what I'm saying? And he always, like even with the radio budgets, like he knew how much money to spend at radio from the label. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he wouldn't want to spend too much because he know what it is. He like, damn, that's my money. They take it. You know what I'm saying? So, but he knew how to work the radio stations real good. So I can't say for us. That's a question for us. I'm not complaining about our spends like that.
I think what she was maybe alluding to is, did y'all have to change the way y'all rapped?
Nah, not at all. But
You
we was
sure?
on fire. We was
The
on
reason why I'm
fire
saying
back
that, right?
then.
Because there are a lot of, it was a time where it was a shift, right? Whereas New York is, you know, making bouncier records, and I'm our guy Hove. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, making Big Pimpin' and you understand what, you know,
Right,
like that.
right.
So
Well,
did you ever have pressure?
Biggie did, you know, the what's this, your bone and
Well, see,
Bone
Biggie?
and Biggie,
the reason why I wouldn't include Biggie doing the Bone thing because he actually had Bone on there. You understand what I'm saying? So to me, it's like I'm doing a song with these guys, but you know,
I'm using their style.
I'm
use it.
adaptive.
Yeah, you know,
With them, though.
With them though. Yeah,
Yeah,
you understand
yeah.
what I'm saying?
But that was
Whereas
so many years before you guys started dropping your music like that. You guys started, from my recollection, from what I remember, it's like 2008, 9-ish, 10-ish.
No,
like that was the era.
No, it was like 2000.
A little more back.
2002,
2,
2003.
3, 4, 5.
I mean, okay, listen, I'm a girl. I wasn't that locked.
It's okay, that's okay.
Give me a little
No, you
credit.
good,
know
you
what I
good,
mean? Like,
you good, you good.
2008, I'm gonna, you know. So around that time, we did have like somewhat bouncy music, but it was still about like rapidy rap music.
But another thing, going back to Hot 97, they wasn't playing nothing, didn't have no 808s in it.
Right.
okay.
So that forced us to jump on these beats.
So you agree that people had to, New Yorkers had to switch.
The radio made us do
switch.
that.
Okay, cool.
They wasn't playing nothing that was boom bappy. So you had to jump on those type of beats to try to get played. And it fucked us up because we still didn't get played. You know that, self. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, at the end of the day, every New York artist got a bunch of songs in their fucking computer that sound like a 2 Chainz record or a Jeezy record, but in a New York formula. And it just fucked us up.
We embrace a lot of those artists though, like T.I.
No, we
Lil
love
Flip,
those artists.
and we
love 'em.
collabing with those artists. Lil Wayne was on my first single. I had Lil Wayne on Dykeman. You get what I'm
But
saying?
to me, at that
Yeah.
point, Lil Wayne was sounding like he was conforming to New York style.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So me
My
saying
first
that.
single's on 106 in Park, and I'm rapping on it. It wasn't none of that bounce.
So I mean, well, again, what I think she's alluding to, this predate me being on radio. I wasn't on the radio.
You don't want to get blamed for none of
understand what I'm
this.
saying?
He was in the clubs. He was in the
Yeah, I was in the club.
You performed with it though. You went with the program. You went with the program, no self.
Now, Self
You went with
always,
the
Self always
program.
playing our
Well,
records.
to
One of
me-
self favorite records, and he know that got that swag. Surf was one of your records. That's your favorite record.
Okay, so with that, this is message, right? Or not message. My man, he's from Flatbush, Brooklyn. He's the one that actually put that together.
Okay.
He's from Brooklyn, New York. So that's
I
how.
didn't know that.
Yeah, so
All
that's
right.
how. But let me tell you, I like the record so much, but I said to myself, I don't want this, and this was at that time, I don't want this Southern stuff taking over our New York stuff. So I took all the verses off and put New York cats
You
on
definitely
there.
did that.
You understand what I'm saying?
You definitely
I put
did that.
Fabulous at the time, Jewels,
Yes, Sirski.
Mano,
Yeah,
and
you
Red
definitely
Cafe.
did.
And I took all their verses off
Yeah, you did.
and put them on there.
Yeah,
I
you
said, this
did.
gonna be New York.
Yeah, you
we
did.
We jacking this. You understand what I'm
He
saying?
flipped it in the New York version.
Yes, you understand?
He did. Proud to have it off to you. You know what I mean?
So you understand? So, but I also understood somewhat where it was going, and I felt like in the South they wasn't jacking us. You understand what I'm saying? So I said, let me try to figure out how I can get this, Southern people to, start rocking with us. And I think that I think at that point in time, people had to change. I'm not a rapper, so I'm glad that you're saying that. But I did see a shift in people starting to try to, rap like Southerners.
Right.
You understand? And then we also got other regions. We got Midwest, we got West Coast, but everybody was rapping like Southerners.
It's a fact.
You understand? And a large part of it, I'm starting it with Big Pimpin'. It may be some pro-dating that, but I'm looking at Big Pimpin' and Hey Poppy and all that. So okay,
Oh, Hey Poppy wasn't
Okay.
Mix had M-Ball
That's too
and
far back.
MJG on
But he had A-Boy MJG on the record, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
All
So
right.
to me, it, like you collabing with someone else, I don't think it's but when you start making a record sounding like someone else on your own, to me, is just weird. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
But even when Jay jumped on Juvenile's track,
But he's saying that
The
they,
remix.
they
I'm talking about on
collabed.
your own.
Yeah.
I'm talking about on your own. So I'm using Hey Poppy as a break. It's
I don't
like
think that
boom,
sounds like a-
boom, boom. We not.
Nah,
we
that's
come
not like
on.
a
that was
Southern
different.
sound,
That was
though.
different.
Nah,
Big
that was
Pimpin' maybe, but he had
Big
Pimp C
Pimpin' I
on
can
it.
see.
Yeah, well, that's why
Bobby
I
Jackson.
scratched Big Pimpin' because he had them on there. You understand? But I mean,
Nah,
listen.
that's not a Southern sounding song, though.
Hey Poppy.
No. Y'all think
What?
so? I don't think so.
No, I think it's more like
boom.
you got like a '90s R&B type of vibe.
Yeah.
R&B and hip hop.
It's a Timberland beat, so I guess it got a little.
What?
I don't think so.
Okay, all right, whatever y'all
But
say.
that's a good. Now I'm be thinking about what
Okay,
New
cool.
York song sounded
So
Southern.
I just wanted to give some history. Now let's move forward. Moving forward, I don't know what's going on with Dipset, right? So I try to make phone calls. I know everybody, who cool with who cool with who, blah blah blah. I see you guys got diplomats, everything on. Is it we love everybody, or do people got to pick a side? Like how did
This
this?
shit is a family, man. You and your other brothers is beefing. You gonna, you know what I mean? You got to.
So now, as you saying, brothers beefing, do you say to one brother, yo, come on, knock it off? You say this one, knock it off, or let's force people to get together?
We all strategically know how to mind our business in certain shape, forms, and fashions. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, so if you hang out with one, right?
Yeah.
Then the other one gets mad.
You being messy now. You
And the
being-
reason why I'm saying that.
How do females say you being messy now? So.
No, I'm being honest, right? Because I know some street guys and it's guys that I know that know both, and
We're
they
group
get.
members. So at the end of the day, entourage niggas do that.
Okay,
That's entourage shit.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, cool. That's a good one.
All right then. You feel me? No, I'm just saying. That's entourage shit. So only Yayo could be cool with Lloyd Banks and still go jump on a jet with Fifth. You know what I'm saying? All right then.
Okay.
That's entourage shit. That don't affect us. We X-Men. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We, you know what I mean? That's for the humans. We mutants, self. You feel me?
Yeah, but no, we rock with everybody. They all are.
No, I'm not saying that nobody shouldn't rock with
we don't
other,
pick a
but
side.
do that put you guys in an awkward position where it's like, dag, do I hang out with this person more? Do I don't hang out with this person? Or do I look like I'm picking a side?
That was the first beef run.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
That was the first beef run, because it was 2 times when they both fell out, our brothers. And that was the first run. The first run, you didn't really know what to do. You know what I'm saying? This time around, we seasoned. You know what I'm saying? We know how to move. You know what I'm saying?
This
Respect
seems more
all
like a
around the
mature
board.
beef this time.
So then what?
Excuse me?
It seems like a more mature beef,
Me
meaning like
and J.R. Ryder and Duke the
No,
God are
not
working
y'all.
on Double Trouble.
Yes.
We are so far away from
Yes.
negativity.
So that's why I'm
Yeah,
so
as
You know what I'm
should
saying?
be, as
All
should be.
around the board, though.
this
As you
where
should be.
what brings me to here, right?
That's what I'm saying. It's maturity.
What
Yep.
makes you two guys, right, along with Duke, what made you say, all right, come on, let's come together, let's start doing something together?
Well, early in the year, JR was doing some going down some rabbit holes, and he found some loopholes, and we was able to get our masters back, all of us at the same time.
Congratulations.
You know what I mean?
So you was like, let me just Google this or something like that?
No, what I was doing was I noticed that I got like 800 songs, but I'm not getting paid from all of them because it was just scattered on different projects. So I started taking them down. I created something called like some imaginary thing with me and Duke called Operation Takedown. So I started taking down the albums. And once I seen the labels ain't pushing back, because I started copyrighting my stuff too.
Okay.
Once I seen the labels wasn't pushing back, I said, whoa, let me find out if they owe me some money. You get what I'm saying? So I started going down a rabbit hole and I figured out who to hit. And then I was able to get our old contract. I noticed that Rell was on the same contract. I put Rell on, we hired a lawyer, we got Kevin Hart's lawyer. And you know, they did the right thing, they cashed us out. And
So
I got a guy for that. He's a guru with
here
music
he is.
masters and publishing. What? I'm gonna
Who's
pass
that?
the word around if I got somebody good.
Who's that?
Don Guru, have
That's
you
my
heard?
man.
yeah,
Oh.
we know him.
That's my man.
He helped us with a little something with the cross seeds.
You did?
he gave us
Shout
our
out to
numbers
Gungu
for
Roach. He
proceeds.
actually contributed some information to this. You know what I mean? That's my guy.
Yeah, me and Guru locked in. Yeah, he's
We
great
got
at
bread
what he
together
does.
before, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he the dude. He that dude. He
is.
that dude.
so now,
Once we did that, once they cut the checks, Duke was able to do the same as well for his albums. He got his masters back. But once they cut the check, did the right thing, we was like, yo, it's perfect time, and let's me and
him was already plotting
we was
on doing
already
Double
plotting
Trouble
on Double Trouble.
years ago. So,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? Because we was always on Duke the God's albums
what
and
make
shit
y'all
like that.
say, all right, I own my masters now, let me put out an album? Like, why would that make you say, I want to put out an album?
Because we gonna eat 1,000% off of it.
But wouldn't you eat off of the new album that you already put out because you starting fresh?
What you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So we was already working as far as doing solo things and things like that, but we was just so excited. You know, I got a new crib in DR, and we was just so excited. We was, you know, he got the new
Or
crib.
you got a new crib in DR?
Yeah,
Oh,
I got
God.
the penthouse all white. You know, some fly shit.
I can't go with you, man.
Man, he got a twinkle in his
Duke was
eye.
just out there.
good.
Duke was just out there. with me
Allegedly,
for-
don't get him in trouble. I don't know if he got something at home.
No, he good.
Allegedly.
He's single. He's single. He was just out there with me for 5 weeks straight. He didn't want to leave. He
I
looking at
believe
flights.
that.
He looking at flights today, trying to go back.
I believe that. I believe that. You know what I'm saying? Treat you like a king.
But we just felt like, you know, like, yo, it's the
Facts.
perfect time. It's a void out there, and, you know. And then we did TMZ, and then we did On the Radar. Once we did On the Radar, we seen the reaction. We said,
Freestyle
"Oh
was stupid.
shit!"
Shout out my man Gabe.
Yeah,
Like,
Game
yo,
got
we
down.
gotta really go. You know what I mean?
You got
And,
streamers and little 19, 20-year-old niggas talking about, oh, this is real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't grow up on it, but they know what it is. You know what I'm saying? And they know when they hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Because
So,
there was
you know,
a point in time where our hip hop was just like, oh, come on, we don't want to hear that old school shit. You know what I mean? Now it's just like, yeah, this is what we need. This is what hip hop need, and things like that. But and then, you know, Duke the God is always on deck as far as direction and beats, and he, you know, A-rap. He discovered A-rap music. You get what I'm saying? So he got a dope ear for beats.
I was just gonna say by putting out new music, because the younger generation, like you said, they are appreciating actual bars, like real. I don't want to call real rap. I feel bad, but like lyrical rap, I'll say, is being appreciated again after about a 10-year stretch. So you putting out this new music, I'm assuming that the younger generation who's getting put onto you is now streaming your older music.
Correct.
Yeah.
Which now, since you own the masters again, you're
Right.
getting paid from that too,
Yeah.
which is like a double benefit, right?
but it's kind of like when you watch a movie and an actor kind of like stands out in that movie, like, oh shit, then that makes you go what? Watch every movie he was in prior to that, right? So when that happens, we want to get paid when that young kid goes back and want to listen to Writer's Block 1, 2, 3, and 4.
So do you
know what I'm
re-put
saying?
the music out?
Yeah, we take them down.
Yeah, that's what I had.
You know what I mean? And then we
put it back
put
up.
them back up on the DSPs.
But where did you get the music from? Was it in your library? Did you like? And the reason why I'm walking through people, I want to walk through people because someone could be going through this, and I'm just even me. I've put out records, and I'm just like, okay, how do you do this?
I'll download them off of YouTube, convert them into WAV files.
Okay, cool, okay.
Right.
And that's it.
Okay, cool. Reload them again.
Those are the mixed versions anyway. But not only that, you know what I mean? We just, like I own like 20 albums. I own wild songs. So I was able to go say, you know what? Let me license 10 of these albums so I can eat, you know what I mean? I don't have to think about it. It's just a whole bunch of things just to go in, that goes into ownership. You know what I mean? Just to have multiple portals. We talk about that all the time. You get what I'm saying? To wake up to certain checks where it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, Holmes is like real estate. It's like a nigga owns 10 houses and he going from house to house picking up rent money every month.
Right.
You want those albums and projects you put
That's a
out
good analogy.
is paying you
Facts.
every month. You know what I'm saying?
How do y'all feel about selling publishing?
Selling publishing is dope, but you definitely don't want to sell it for too long. You want it to revert back to you.
So, you sell it for like a certain amount of time?
Yeah, 3 to 4
license.
years, shit like that. Yup, 7 the most. Nothing over 7.
Okay.
Nothing over 7. They tell you over 7. They trying to
They be trying to rock people. Yeah, I've heard some cases working with Google. Actually, I've heard some cases. They be rocking people for that. Well, congratulations. That's a big deal for y'all.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, you get the haters online. Oh, you ain't Future. You can't sell your masters for 28 million or 10 million. Shut the fuck up. I have a piece of property that I own that's paying me monthly, yearly, like I had a house. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, what can you tell a nigga who own a house on your block? Oh, you only making $3,800 a month. Well, shut the fuck up. I'm picking this up every month though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like.
And then honestly, a lot of artists, can't go back 20. You know how many artists tried to go back because they signed bad deals and it's like, yo, but they owe me. No, it's like it's so many rules and loopholes. It's like the discovery rule that's been triggered, or statute of limitations. You could only get 2-3 years back pay and things like. But we was able to go all the way back.
Yeah, and if Will Smith want to make a Bad Boys Part 7 10 years from now and want to use a J.R. Wright or Hell Rell song,
You get paid for
all the money comes to us.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So,
I just got an email for NFL.
Right.
For Christmas. Yeah, one of the songs was me, Jim, and Stack Bundles. Rest in peace to Stack Bundles. They're supposed to be playing that.
So is it better that you just put out mad music because you never know what catch?
Correct. You never know what's going to stick to the wall.
Quality music,
You never know what's going to stick to the wall.
Quality, yeah.
That's if you dope, you could do that.
What would you say would be a big mistake that you did that you would change in your career?
A big mistake as far as what? Like it's
In your career?
Doing little frivolous deals, little one-offs. Cause I had like street mixtapes I was putting out with Duke called Writer's Block.
Duke gave you a bad deal?
Nah.
Oh,
That's my guy.
All right, cool.
We was
you can wink though. Don't worry about it. You got the glasses.
we was putting out mixtapes, CD mixtapes or whatever, and I ended up doing a deal, taking 5 songs off this tape, 7 songs off that tape, giving it to a certain distributor, taking a nice little check, and then forgetting about it. But then years later, when when fans like, yo, those is classic series and this, that, and the third, and I want to re-release them, I can't because they all scattered all over the place. So yeah, I regret doing those little one-off deals and not being a little bit smarter.
Well,
I regret treating my career like I was living like a bank robber.
what that mean?
I'm gonna give you the analogy.
Good.
A bank robber rob a bank for $300,000-400,000 and run around and live his life till he get low. Now he plotting his next bank robbery.
Got you. Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? I was doing that with rap deals. I get $300,000-700,000, run through that. Now me and Jerry Ryder trying to call to finesse the next bag, and I should have just stayed the course and just, But I ain't crying over spilt milk. I bought a new cow, self. You know what I'm saying? I don't like to talk about old milk, man. We got new cows. You know what I'm saying? We got new cows. You know what I'm saying? But I understand what you mean, though.
No, the reason why, because I feel like a lot of our stories, and especially you two guys' stories, is not told.
Right.
You understand? And I have a lot of interns at the radio station, and I tell them certain things, you know, and they just don't know. And then sometimes we, as older people, think that everyone understands or knows. And I get confused that I'm using, today I saw, last week, I saw it was Casa and our birthday. He was like, he's 23. And I'm like,
God
damn.
damn.
23. Like, you understand what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, snap. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So I'm like, so, you know, and I think that the younger generation are not like when I grew up. When I grew up, I didn't grow up on Marvin Gaye, but I knew about Marvin Gaye, or I at least knew the records and things like that, you know, because the older people told me or taught me, or I had to sit and listen to it while I party with my parents or older people. Whereas nowadays, the parents and the kids are listening to take me through there. We listen to the same music. Now, you understand what I'm saying? Like we both listen to twerking together, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So I think that has changed. So a lot of times I do want people to know the history, and to, you know, for even me to remember things, because I, as I'm sitting and talking to him, I remember the impact of, I'm using Shake for an example. You understand? And that's a record that I know that I could add back into my fold and put somebody be like, ooh, remember that? You understand what I'm saying? Because as a DJ, you know, those factors is makes you a great DJ of those unexpected records that you loved, but you didn't expect to hear it.
One thing that I witnessed Jim do with you, and I don't think new artists do that nowadays, I watched Jim call you to the studio to play records for you, and you'd be like, Jim, that ain't it. Jim, that ain't it. Jim, this is it. Give it to me right now. You feel what I'm saying? Do these new artists call y'all to the two DJs to the studio and do that process?
No, but you know what it is? I think with the new artists, they may feel like the DJ, you know, they're gonna play it anyway, or they, you know, I don't know if the respect of the DJ is still there. I think the respect of the internet is still there. I mean, it's there, but not the respect of the DJ. And I, you know, me being a DJ, of course, I'm a, you know, pro, you know, hey, the DJ. I think that we are, when it comes musically, we've got to be, if not the smartest, one of the top smartest, because we're in front of people every day. We know what works, what don't work. You know, and how you could serve it to people.
You think radio is still important?
Radio? Yeah. 100%. So what changed from your style now in 2026?
I'm matured a lot, so, you know, it's a lot of different things I could talk about. Plus, my style just got more wittier. I guess more wittier. It's about being witty when you're rapping, you know what I'm saying? So I guess I'll sharpen my jab up.
Do you feel pressure to include like other people from other regions?
Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all.
I'm
me and JR, we too well
we
seasoned.
We get wild love. So like how you brung up 2 Chainz, we were supposed to link with 2 Chainz last night in the studio. Or whatever. We might be getting him on the album. But yeah.
But
2 Chainz is a rapper.
He raps.
He rap.
Okay, I was trying to know that. Okay,
we was fucking with him when he was City Boy, you know. But we gonna reach out to a few artists, but we just focused on what we doing. You get what I'm saying?
Well, he was saying as far as like regionally, like from
he said, do we feel pressured?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, the reason why I'm asking that, right? Because, you know, and I'm a
But do it make sense though? Because they don't reach out for us though.
Listen, so
and it's no hate.
So Webstar. Webstar's a friend of mine, right?
Right,
DJ
Webstar.
He sends me a song, and he asked me. He did just what you said, but he's from the old.
Right.
Yo, how you feel about this song? Blah blah blah. So he played the song for me, and I said, I don't like it. Right, I told him that. I said, I don't like it. He said, I sent it to somebody else, and they told me they did. I said, well, maybe they spinning you, or they don't. I said, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? So I said, what you're saying on it doesn't make sense. It sounds like an older person trying to do something, right? So I said to him, I said, I don't know, because I said, I think we at the age that we're just not putting out records just to put out a record. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, before, maybe we was younger, just I'm good if my shit played in you know, lobby, whatever, Club Live or whatever, I got a bitch and they play my song. I said, we at the age now, you want to put out something, you want to make it effective. So that's why I'm asking now, that I think that all of us sitting here are at the age that, you know, let's make things effective. So
but
I
me
don't
and Jay
know.
already have a cult following though. This is 20
So that's
years
where I'm
of-
going back at.
Yeah.
So now, is it that I am trying to gain new fans, or am I trying to take care of the
Both.
fans that I have
Both,
today?
both. So
Both.
we adapting
Both.
to
Oh, yes.
sounds, beats, different
Yeah,
ditty
both.
bops, but we incorporating, our lyrics, that rawness, that organicness.
Do you guys ever feel that there could be like a Dipset tour?
We was talking about that
we're
with
not
Jim
focused
last
on that
night.
right now, man.
But yeah,
We're not focused on that right now. It's all love, but we just trying to stay the course. You know what I'm saying?
No, well, to me, Dipset tours that also helps people back catalog.
No, that's a fact.
Now, it don't have to be everybody. You know, I went viral. I was very upset. I went to Cash Money tour, and all I saw was BG and Juvenile.
Right.
I was fucking pissed off. You understand what I'm saying? You know, I'm a Baby fan, and a lot of people laugh because they, I think out of Cash Money, I like Baby the best as the rapper.
Oh, you like Birdman is the best?
Yes, and people laugh, but then when I start playing the songs, they're like, damn. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I know he had to, get your roll on, still fly. You
Big
know what I'm
records.
saying?
Big records.
Yeah, he had a very big, like, #1 stunner. Like,
He ain't
you
better than
understand?
Weezy though, man.
Well, to me,
Juvie.
Weezy, I
Juvie.
when I put Weezy to me is like, all right, here. You understand? It's like Jordan sometimes. Like, people like, all right, you already know.
It's kind of saying like Big is better, Puff was better than Big. The CEO can't be better than the artist itself. Come on now.
Well, see, people forget that Baby was the first rapper. Baby was rapping before Wayne. You understand what I'm saying? If you look at Big Timers had their albums and everything before Wayne.
Yeah, but I don't. It was.
And I'm not. Okay, let me exclude Wayne. Wayne put out so many things that you could.
What about Juvie?
I think he's a better rapper than Juvie.
What?
But that's like his favorite. That's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
his
like
favorite.
that's what he likes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I think he's a
it
better.
ain't about who's better.
But I'm, and this is me being honest with you, right? And and she always like when I say shit like this, make people go crazy. But if you go song for song with Baby and Juvenile, right?
Baby ain't got that many songs.
That's what I just said. Did you see? Because you're not thinking, and once I start almost spitting the songs that Baby got, you probably be like, oh shit, oh, and then because I've
I love
with you
Stunner,
right
man,
now,
but he ain't got shit that's fucking with 500 Degrees, man. I'm sorry. The whole album was crazy.
Well, 500 Degrees, that's Lil Wayne.
I mean,
Okay, see, you see,
400,
it's 400
excuse
degrees.
me, 400. You know what I meant. You know what I meant.
So, and again, I love Juvie, so I'm not, dissing, but I'm bigging up Birdman. You probably couldn't name 5 Juvenile records.
I can't, but I think I smoked that part of my brain.
But you see what I'm saying? You just know Juvenile because that's in your mind or whatever. You understand what I'm saying?
Got you.
But I'm telling you, if I start I just gave you about three or four Birdman
Well, you're a
records.
DJ show, so I guess you seen the rooms shake different to, I don't know.
Yeah,
Stay fly, get your
that's a
roll
hit.
on. Everybody get your roll
That's
on.
Baby song.
Yeah, everybody get your
I guess that was the
motherfucking
Big
roll
Timers,
on.
right? Him, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, that's Big Time. Big Time is his baby. His baby, and what's he
And
don't have no
Big
Big
solo.
Time is a group. It's
What
not-
happened to that boy? Come on, bro. Y'all bugging out, man.
Yeah.
What?
Shout out to Stunner though. I fuck with Stunner.
Stunner.
I'm just saying, like, I don't mind doing the verses with you, you know what I'm saying? And showing you, yo, my man Stunner.
Plies is his favorite rapper, so that explains. I mean, no
Plies is who favorite
shade,
rapper?
but that's his favorite rapper.
Oh yeah, I know that. He used to
So-
play all
So
Plaza.
it kind of
Yeah, we
like
know
makes
that.
sense.
So people get confused when, like you just said, my favorite and who would be the better rapper. You understand what I'm saying? So,
Like Duke's favorite is Sexy Red.
I do love me some sexy.
y'all want to plug the project and how could they get it and everything like that?
Wait.
I'm sorry.
What newer rappers are y'all fucking with?
What, who, newer?
Yeah, like the other younger
I
generation.
like Chef G, Sleepy Hollow.
Okay.
Yeah, I like those two artists.
Okay.
I like ESTG. I like Rob 49. I'm saying it correctly?
Yeah,
Rob
that's
One
like,
Nine?
yeah,
Yeah.
Rob One Nine.
Yeah, I like him. I just like those right now.
And you have Sexy Red.
I love me some Sexy Red. She's so talented. And
Oh my God, this nigga
Would you be
crazy.
mad if you found out someone was writing all her stuff?
Nah, because she sell it.
I wouldn't be mad, but I think I think personally, I don't know her at all. I'm not like, but I think she probably does it herself. I don't think you could write that.
Do that
No, the
really
reason I'm
matter
asking-
in the female world?
No,
though?
that's what I'm asking because to me, even if you write stuff, you still gotta pull it off.
Yeah, you still got.
You understand what I'm saying? But that's why I'm asking you because you're saying that you like somebody.
Not to lay
and
the
I know-
outfit out for you, but you got to trip it.
Yeah, so sometimes to me, people, they be like, oh, you didn't write your own stuff. So that's why I'm asking you, like, when you love somebody, do you feel like?
Oh no, that wouldn't bother me. That wouldn't bother me.
You discovered Cardi B, right?
I was one of the people who found her.
So you were.
I don't know. Discover is a big word. Let me use this word. I helped her put a flashlight on her or the spotlight on her.
Okay.
That's what I would say because a lot of times, it's like somebody saying Luca Blasi discovered you and you telling me you was rapping beforehand, but he plugged you in with Cam.
Good
So
analogy.
I plugged her in with television.
Oh, okay.
You understand?
But you had it in the studio. You was put in the studio. She was
Yes,
sounding
in the
to Gwen.
beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Were
then
you in charge of
then I just got
finding ghostwriters too?
They kicked you out the whip.
So at the time, to be honest with you, at the time, this was the first of its kind. So I'm trying to be bigger than DJ Khaled.
Yeah.
So I don't care about nobody
like 3 popping
rapping.
artists at the
or no
time
shit.
on
Yeah,
TV.
I'm trying because when I first did television, I'm doing radio, and I'm like, how could I sit in New York because I had to be in radio every day and then get my name out there because I wanted to be bigger than Khaled. I said, let me do television. So now when we, chose to make Cardi into a rapper, I'm not thinking about her rapping and all. I'm thinking about me. I'm trying to be a big DJ because at the time, I was more popular than her.
Right.
You understand? But I don't think none of us that was around at the time in a million years would have thought people would even believe it or accept her as a rapper and different stuff because she didn't know how to speak very well and different
Correct.
things. So none of us would, we didn't even know that until it happened.
Right.
A large part, and people who don't, I know I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, but a large part, I think Offset was one of the things that helped it out too, with her learning things from being with the seasoned rapper at the time. I don't think he gets a lot of credit for that particular part.
Okay.
You understand?
Right.
Because if you look at it, it's like that's when the shift kind of changed. That's just me per se. This is my opinion. And people.
And she started
I'll wait.
dabbling with different flows and things like that.
I mean, but people could also say that she kind of helped his career too.
I didn't
A
say
little bit.
you see you taking it in the wrong way. I didn't say that no one helped or different things like that. I'm saying where the shift changed.
There was a shift.
There was a shift, but you know what? Not for nothing. Like, I don't want to highlight this, but I kind of knew that she was gonna blow because there was never a big Latina rapper like that before, right?
All right,
and let me finish. And she had this way about her. So I was at Double XL at the time when she came out with the Gangsta Bitch volume with the guy eating her out while she's drinking the 40. And off of that, I knew that she needed work, but there was something about her. And we were picking freshmen at the time, and we were talking, and I was like, I think that we should at least highlight her as a feature. There's something there. There was something there when she came out with her mixtapes.
I'm not
Offset.
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I gave JR and I gave him as an example. He said, "Yo, I was killing people in the streets, freestyling, blah blah blah." But when I met him, he said, "Stay around because Cam is coming." Right? Pause.
Yep.
Right? So
That was what
me
he
saying
said.
that to you is right? What I'm saying,
Yeah, that was out of pocket, sir.
well, what I'm saying to you is because I was there. I remember having Gangsta Bitch and giving it to all the radio
you
DJs
there
and
for
looking at
Bodak
me
Yellow?
stupid. You
Was
understand
you
what I'm
around
saying?
for Bodak Yellow?
The who?
Bodak Yellow.
I was around there. I was around that time. But the ghostwriter that she has, she met him through me at the radio station. You
Wow,
understand?
okay, I
so
know
me
this, bro.
saying that,
If you ever come across, I'm willing to ghostwrite. I don't know why people don't hit me up. Cam the only person that hit me up for ghostwriting for his artist or whatever. But yeah, I'll be like, damn, how these people get into situations like that?
switching gears, you just start writing songs, and then solicited them out. But
somebody hit me to write some songs for Diddy. I wrote one song. He said, nah, write to these 4 beats. I said, what? I'm not writing 5 songs. I'm working on my album. But yeah,
well, you can't do that if you want to be a ghostwriter.
Well, listen, thank God you let that deal go. Thank God. A lot going on.
Yeah, but I mean, the ghostwriter, I still think it changed. And I know everybody's like pro female or whatever, but
was
I do
the ghostwriter
remember.
party?
Say it again.
Was it party?
Yeah. He was at the radio station promoting. I forgot the name of his song. He was, and then everybody just meshed and met or whatever. I per se didn't take it seriously because at the time, I'm trying to be a DJ.
TV star.
Yeah, I'm going for more with y'all rapping. I'm not sitting in no studio. Even to this day, I'm not sitting in no studio listening. I'm not sitting in no studio listening to the same song over and over. The same beat.
But that's why I say artists should never sign to artists. That's exactly why I say that because, for instance, I don't want to say any names. I don't want to start. Well, for instance, like a Rilo Rodriguez, right? He signed to Lil Baby. Me personally, I like him. I think by now he should be a little bigger, but he signed to Lil Baby. Lil Baby is still working on his own career. Or even like a Drake, when he signs artists, it's like, but he's still busy. He wants to be in the limelight.
Yeah, but that's when you have people in the back. That's when you have a Duke. You understand what I'm saying? Like, Cam might be the face, but then you got the Duke is the one that goes find the beats and run around.
Like it depends on your mentality, because Cam was like a boss.
But technically, you signed directly to a label anyway, to a situation, not necessarily under him.
But it was
so
still
like you
under
could still
Cam,
do what
though.
you need
It
to
was
do.
still under him.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, still.
Yeah, he
Cam.
would test us. Let me hear something. Oh, I heard that already. You falling off?
No,
Spit
Cam is
something
the
else.
businessman. He not gonna just like
Let's see who can write the quickest. 16. You know what I mean?
So yeah, I don't think there's nothing wrong with signing to and I think that sometimes is an advantage.
I think if the artist is simmering down and they're chill and they really want to build a business, then fine. But I think if the artist
Lil
is still
Wayne,
look at that's how I say
Nicki.
Yeah,
but Lil Wayne was kind of.
Was kind of what?
Kind of nothing.
He wasn't on chill.
He was
what?
He was never on chill.
Yeah, but that's different. That Drake and Nicki, like that, you don't see that often. There's a lot of other examples.
That was crazy.
No, but there's a lot of examples that people pop too.
Besides,
Rick Ross, Meek Mill, Wale, Dipset,
but we can't. I don't
G-Unit.
G-Unit.
Well, Meek Mill is no longer with Ross. He left a long time ago, went somewhere else. Wale
But they started there.
is on the internet complaining all the time. Like,
Look at T.I., all the Young Dros and everybody that, what you bugging out? What's the other, Travis Scott?
but Young Dro could.
Travis Scott comes up from
Yo
T.I.
Gotti.
Travis Scott didn't come from
Google
T.I.
it. Google it.
He came from Ye, didn't he?
He came from T.I.
Wow.
You didn't know that?
No, we need to Google
I think
it.
I
I
heard
can't
No.
wait. And then apologize to me later.
No.
Apologize to me later.
I never apologize.
And then he just said, Yo Gotti. That's a perfect example right there.
But Yo Gotti, again, like, he came out with a couple of tracks after that, but he hasn't been, like, on fire. Like, since I think it was White Christmas, where he had that 81 song. That's
on
the
fire,
last
he
one.
had Rake It Up, Down in the DM.
Yes, and
You
after that is
But he
when
still had artists at that time.
he was, but even still, like, his artist became bigger when he simmered down and was
No,
focused
he ain't
on his
simmered down. He
label.
ain't got to no more. I got.
That's the point.
I
But that's
found
the
diamond in the
point.
rough. But
that's
keep
the
Googling
point.
so you can apologize.
No, I'm never gonna apologize to you. I'm still Googling. Hold on, Travis Scott did not. Go ahead, you can continue.
No, I can't wait. You know what I'm saying?
Travis Scott,
Can't
T.I.,
wait.
that's bullshit.
All right, so y'all want to plug the projects?
Yeah, February 6th. Double Trouble on the way. Can't wait. You know.
Thank me later, God. I told you. I'm hip hop, man. Fuck is you talking about? Is you shitting me? Harlem style.
He understands me. That's your man, Dap.
You understand
How you say it, bro? How you say it?
You shitting me?
You shit
Shout
me
out to
and kid me.
Shout out to Dad.
February 6th, I'm sorry, go ahead.
February 6th, tune in. It's going down. Me and Rell, Duke the God, executive producer. You know, we got Double Trouble, the single dropping, and the video as well. So, yeah, can't wait.
Let's get it.
February 6th. Stay tuned.
Yep.
Yeah.
When's the video dropping? Before the end of the year, or?
Yeah, before the end of the year.
before
Yeah.
the year, video be out.
We got a freestyle and a video.
Apartment 5H. Thank y'all for coming through.